Welcome back, everyone. Today we continue with part 3 of this series called What If Vegeta Revives Nappa 20 Years Later? Let's aim for 350 likes on this episode, okay? Also, don't forget to leave a comment letting me know if you've enjoyed the series so far. With that, let's begin. Our story begins with Nappa and Tien soaring through the sky, their auras crackling with energy. They eventually land in the heart of a remote mountain range, a desolate and rocky terrain that serves as the perfect battleground. The air is thick with tension, each warrior ready to settle an old score. Tien's eyes blaze with fury as he glares at the ever-smirking Nappa. Keep smiling, sighing. Tien snarls, his voice dripping with anger. You have no idea about the world of pain I'm going to unleash on you. This is for Chao Tzu, with over 20 years of interest. Nappa's laughter booms across the mountains, echoing off the craggy cliffs. Ha 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 ha. Chao Tzu, who was that again? The little weirdo with all the makeup, the one who killed himself? Ha 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 ha. Don't tell me you blame me for that. I hardly did a thing. And then poof, he was gone. Shut it. Tien snaps, his fists clenching in rage. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Your silly attempts at triggering me won't work anymore. All you're here for is a beatdown. Nappa chuckles, shaking his head with mock pity. Ha, come on, Three Eyes, what is this really all about? Are you jealous of my Tash? You know all this happened decades ago. I'm completely different now. Just as Vegeta said, the old me would have wiped you and your friends out one by one with ease as soon as I saw you again. But here I am, at peace, letting you all survive. And look how you're treating me. Seems you Earthlings are more heartless than even us Saiyans. Ha ha ha. But Tien isn't laughing. His expression hardens, his eyes narrowing. You deluded little pig. You really have no idea the leaps and bounds we've made since you last saw us, do you? It's easy to see, since you didn't age in hell. You're just as ugly as before. But you forget, we Earthlings can sense power levels without a scouter. And it's shocking to know that you're pretty much just as weak as you used to be. How pathetic. Nappa's cocky demeanor vanishes, replaced by confusion and anger. You can sense my energy without a scouter. Don't make me laugh. You have no idea about the power I've gained surviving in the midst of hell. It's a different kettle of fish compared to the pathetic battles on this planet, you fool. I'm practically a Super Saiyan now, kid. Tien laughs this time, a sharp, derisive sound that cuts through the tension. For once you actually said something worth laughing at. You, a Super Saiyan? You know as well as I do you're nowhere near that power. But enough talk. If you're so confident that you can wipe me out, come at me just like you did all those years ago. Go back to being that monster just for today, and see firsthand where that gets you this time. Tien challenged, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to Nappa's growing rage. Nappa, now thoroughly angered by Tien's mocking, snarled, Grrr! You really have gotten way too big for your boots since I died, haven't you, three-eyed freak? I guess since I have your permission, I can let loose for a bit. I'll be sure to show you once more. The power of a Saiyan. With a roar, Nappa powered up to his full strength, his aura flaring wildly around him. The ground beneath him cracked and trembled as his energy surged. Tien stood motionless, his face a mask of calm confidence, his piercing gaze fixed on Nappa. As Nappa charged, fists clenched and ready to strike, Tien simply tightened his own fist behind his back, unperturbed by the display of power. Keep talking to me like that after you take this, Nappa bellowed, swinging his fist at Tien with all his might. But to his shock, Tien stopped the punch effortlessly with one palm, his facial expression remaining unchanged. A smile crept across Tien's face as he taunted, This is what you think is a Super Saiyan? Haha, if that's the case, I must be using Ultra Instinct right now. Nappa's eyes widened in confusion and fury. What? Ultra who? You must have got lucky stopping that one, but if you think that's all I've got, you've got another thing coming. He immediately launched into a furious barrage of punches, each one faster and more forceful than the last. Yet again, Tien parried and blocked each strike with ease, still smiling, his movements smooth and precise. Nappa's rage grew with each failed attack until Tien had had enough. With a swift motion, Tien parried one last punch before delivering a powerful blow to Nappa's nose, sending him flying into a nearby mountain with incredible speed. Nappa crashed into the rock with a thunderous impact, the mountain shaking from the force. As he pulled himself from the rubble, he muttered in disbelief, Grrr, what did he hit me with? It was so fast and so strong. That was from that freak? No way, how could he have become this strong? Or have I somehow just gotten much weaker in hell? Damn it. Slamming his fist into the ground in frustration, Nappa continued, This doesn't make any sense. I'm an elite Saiyan, only second to Vegeta. There's no way in hell that this Earthling bests me. No way at all. It must have been a fluke. The last time I saw him, he was screaming in pain like a little girl. This time, it will be no different. I'm going to make sure to rip off the exact same arm. Just you wait and see, you weird circus act, Nappa bellowed, his anger palpable. But as he got up and looked around, Tien was nowhere to be seen. What the? He vanished. Don't tell me he has that same technique Kakarot has. Did he just run away? Damn it. Wish I had my scouter right about now. Nappa growled, frustration boiling over. Suddenly, a familiar voice echoed from above. Hey, Baldy, I'm over here. Nappa's head snapped up, eyes widening in surprise. Far in the sky, Tien floated, ready for combat. What? So he didn't run. But why all the way up there? You're just wasting my time at this point, punk. Get back down here and fight like a real man. You hear me? Get down here. But Tien, looking down with calm determination, replied, No thanks, I'm all good over here. And you're just perfect in that spot over there. Don't move now. This will all be over in a flash. Goodbye, you monster. Huh? What does he mean it's over? What's that fool going to do from all the way over there? Nappa pondered, confusion etched on his face. As he stood there, Tien slowly brought his hands together, aiming directly at Nappa, preparing a very familiar technique. Tri-beam cannon! Ha! A massive burst of energy erupted from Tien's hands, the tri-beam cannon slicing through the air with devastating speed and power. Nappa's eyes widened in horror as the energy engulfed him. What is that? That power and speed. I can't do anything. I'm done for. Sorry, Vegeta. In an instant, a humongous explosion rocked the mountains, the power of the tri-beam cannon obliterating everything in its path. Smoke and debris filled the air as Tien watched from above, the intensity of the attack leaving a triangular crater below. As the smoke began to dissipate, Tien thought to himself, the fool was too slow to even know what was going on. That was even easier than when I hit Cell. At least he put up a fight. A sweat drop formed on his face as he continued. Ironically, I had to use a lot more energy in order to restrain myself. He should still be alive, just barely. That's the only way he could experience the same pain we felt back then. Below, the triangular hole stood as a testament to Tien's now perfected tri-beam technique. There was no sign of Nappa yet. Knowing the battle was over, Tien let out a sigh of relief. Phew. This was a weight off my shoulders. A martial arts master should not let his emotions sway his actions. My students would be ashamed, Tien mused, his voice steady and thoughtful. But this Sen, he had it coming. Haha, I guess you could say this was me teaching him a free lesson. He now knows what it was like for us to be powerless, but this is as far as I need to go. At this point, it would be embarrassing to beat him any further. He really has barely progressed in power over the years. As Tien gloated and patted himself on the back, a mysterious hand grabbed onto a piece of rubble. Inside the triangular crater, a brutally damaged Nappa lay barely alive. Just as Tien had predicted, he remained in complete silence, until suddenly, his heart began to thump louder and louder, his eyes snapping open, now devoid of pupils. In an intense rage, with strange yellow and black eyes, Nappa screamed in anger. The power of his aura shot from the crater, catching Tien off guard. What now? What's happening to him? Tien muttered, his confidence wavering. Nappa's eyes, now glowing with a menacing yellow and black, opened wide as he bellowed. This is not over. 3-Eye. His voice echoed through the mountains as a massive wave of energy burst from him, destroying what remained of his armor. Bulked up and with muscles bulging with veins, Nappa had transformed, his power surging to new heights. Vegeta's wish had granted him this monstrous form. Ikari Nappa had been born. Suddenly, every single one of the Z fighters felt the alarming surge in power. So it begins, Goku muttered, sensing the transformation. This power, it's strange. I feel like I've sensed this before. Hey guys, are you still sure this was a good idea? Yamcha asked, nervousness creeping into his voice. Krillin responded with a sigh. I don't think Goku was ever going to have a good idea, Yamcha. I hope Tien's going to be okay. Piccolo, tense and alert, growled. Damn it, I knew this would happen. If he makes one wrong move, I'll finish him right there and then. Got it, Vegeta. Vegeta, watching from a distance, smirked. Calm yourself, Namekian. This is Nappa's fight. He needs to prove his worth. What is this? Gohan finally chipped in, bewildered. This can't be a Super Saiyan, can it? Krillin, his face now a mask of worry, added, Oh geez, what have you got us into, guys? I think this might have been a mistake. Are you sure you don't want to step in? At first unbothered, Goku replied, Oh come on Krillin, relax. You know this is still nowhere near what we've had to face before. Even Cell was a bigger threat. One thing that's confusing me right now though is, I kind of thought he was weaker too, but I guess he must have been hiding his power level from me. Suddenly, a wave of shock riddled Goku's body as he came to a realization. Vegeta, this is your fault. His power must be increasing because of the wish you made. He's getting stronger every second. Tien could be in trouble now. Vegeta immediately broke out into laughter, a dark and triumphant sound. Ha 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 ha. Looks like my wish is indeed starting to work already, Vegeta laughed, his eyes gleaming with satisfaction. Nappa's finally tasting some long-awaited power, and deservedly so. But I see no reason why you're worrying. Sure, he might hurt that three-eyed mutant, but he's nothing compared to us. Let them have their fun. I'll step in if either of them is about to die. Don't you worry. Whatever power this Nappa is using, it's increased his power tenfold. But he's no Super Saiyan yet. Let's see what this teen fellow of yours can actually do. Gohan, looking on with a mix of concern and determination, said, "This isn't funny, Vegeta. Mr. Tien is our friend, and I won't let him get hurt. I'll be the one to stop things if Nappa gets any stronger." Vegeta smirked and replied, Tough words, kid. I guess that would be a nice change from how you ran away the last time you fought him." Vegeta placed 2 fingers on his forehead and continued, "Do as you please, but I'm done waiting around here. Now that the wish is in full effect, there's no way I'm missing this." In an instant, Vegeta used instant transmission and vanished from sight. "Hey, wait, Vegeta, I'm not done here," Goku exclaimed. Without wasting another second, Goku also used instant transmission to follow Vegeta to the battlefield. Vegeta arrived first, quietly hiding himself behind a rock. He observed the fierce battle, his eyes gleaming with interest. Goku arrived shortly after, positioning himself nearby. As they watched the unfolding battle, Vegeta shushed Goku, whispering, "Be quiet, you clown. I don't want them to realize we're here. I want them to go all out and see just how strong Nappa has truly become." As they got a closer look at Nappa in his new form, both of their faces quickly turned to shock. Nappa! They gasped, their eyes widening in disbelief. Vegeta couldn't help but comment, "This cannot be. That form, isn't that the same as Broly's?" Goku nodded, his expression serious. "Yeah, you're right, Vegeta. There's no doubt about it. That's the same all right." Meanwhile, Tien, still unaware of what was happening to Nappa, looked on cautiously. "So, you finally stopped playing around. I was wondering how it would even be possible for a Sen to be that weak. I'm not sure what you just did, but now you might actually be a tiny challenge." Nappa, now smirking with confidence, responded, "Even I don't know what this power is yet, but I have to thank you for volunteering to be my body bag to test it out. I'm surprised you haven't run away already. After all, you are capable of sensing my new power level, aren't you? This power running through my veins is at least 10 times stronger than where I was a moment ago. You still have time to stop this and leave here alive. Final warning." Tien just smiled back confidently and said, 10 times, you said it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Definitely an impressive transformation, worthy of a Sen. Nappa's smirk grew wider. "You Earthlings always seem to have something up your sleeves, but it won't be enough this time. I'm on a whole different level now. But you guys aren't the only ones that can increase their power levels instantly. Allow me to show you one other way. I think you're already familiar with," Tien said, his voice filled with determination. As he spoke, Tien's power began to spike. He reached deep inside, drawing out a hidden power. Suddenly, his aura flared up, now a vibrant crimson red. Nappa's eyes widened in shock. "That red key, that's what Kakarot used when he broke my back. Damn these Earthlings, where do they learn this crap?" Goku, watching from his hiding spot, smiled with surprise. So Tien's not just been teaching, he's been keeping up with his training too. Now, this could get interesting. Vegeta, still hidden, nodded in approval. Looks like Tien's got some fight left in him after all. Maybe this won't be as boring as I thought. Back on the battlefield, Tien, now surrounded by his powerful red aura, fixed his intense gaze on Nappa. "Stop staring at me and come at me, Sen. The real fight starts now." That's it for this episode, guys. If you've watched to the end, then that may be an indication that you enjoy the episode, so please drop a like so the video could reach more people. See you in the next episode, take care.